Good morning, learners. So in this video we are going to see about the influence of process parameters and fiber parameters on friction span characteristics. When we are discussing about the process parameters, these 5 parameters are playing a vital role in deciding the friction and characteristics. So one is drum speed, 2 delivery rate, 3 friction ratio, 4 suction pressure, 5 spinning rate. So first one is a drum speed. It is a spinning drum speed or perforated drum speed. As we have already discussed, the drum speed in friction spinning ranges from 3000 to 5000 rpm. Right? When I am going to increase the spinning drum speed from 3000 to 4000 rpm, the yarn quality characteristics will start increasing, because as I am increasing the drum speed, my surface speed will also increase, so I can minimize the buckling effect in the fibers. Second thing, when I am increasing the drum speed, the twisting efficiency will be improved. That is, my twisting efficiency will be improved. Further, my variation in twist can be minimized to certain extent because of high delivery speed. But when I am increasing the drum speed beyond 4000 rpm or 4500, there will not be any much improvement on the yarn characteristics. So we can say optimum drum speed will be around 4000 rpm, beyond which there is no further improvement in the yarn quality. Second one is a delivery rate or withdrawal rate. We have already seen the friction spinning withdrawal rate is very high because of low spinning tension, and so that you can minimize your end breakage rate also. But when you are considering the yarn characteristics, when you are increasing the delivery rate, my yarn quality will start deteriorating maybe after 200 meters per minute. So I can say optimum will be 200 meters per minute. When you are increasing the delivery rate beyond 200, which means that the fibers residing in the drum, that is the fibers which are there in the drum, is for a very lesser time compared to low delivery rate. Delivery rate is nothing but withdrawal rate. When I am withdrawing the fibers at a quicker rate, the fibers will be coming out from the drum at a faster rate. So the residing time of fibers in the drum will reduce. So this will decrease my yarn characteristics. So delivery rate should be around 200 meters per minute, beyond which will reduce my yarn characteristics. Third point is friction ratio. It is a new terminology in friction spinning. So friction ratio is given by the surface speed of drum divided by surface speed of delivery rollers, or otherwise surface speed of drum divided by withdrawal rate. This ratio is called friction ratio. Normally it ranges from 1 to 7 or 8 depending upon the capacity of the machine, which means that if friction ratio increases, which means that either I am increasing the drum speed or I am reducing the delivery rate. So all this will cause increase in the friction ratio. Initially friction ratio increases, my yarn quality increases. Suppose when I am saying I am increasing the friction ratio from 1 to 2 or 2 to 3, initially my yarn characteristics will increase, which means that I am increasing the drum speed or I am decreasing the delivery speed, which will increase my yarn characteristics. Suppose I am increasing the friction ratio beyond 3.5 or 4 or 5, right? So there will not be any much improvement in the yarn characteristics, right? So that is the friction ratio. Fourth one is a suction pressure. The suction pressure inside the perforated drum. Normally suction pressure will be 200 pascals or 300 pascals, right? Suppose when I am increasing the suction pressure, which means that the fibers are attracted towards the perforated drum in a positive manner. So fiber orientation will increase, fiber buckling will reduce when I am increasing the suction pressure. Further, when I am increasing the suction pressure, the fibers are held firmly against the perforated drum, which will reduce the slippage also during twisting. So these three properties, right? Fiber orientation, reduction of buckling, and better holding of fibers in the drum will lead to better twisting efficiency, which will improve my yarn characteristics. But when I am increasing the suction pressure beyond certain level, right? So the fibers are held firmly against the drum, which is very difficult to lift it up from the drum, and it is very difficult to set the fibers in a rotating motion because it is very tightly held by the drum. So that very much suction pressure, high suction pressure should be avoided. Optimum suction pressure has to be kept. Fifth one is a major advantage in friction spinning is the spinning tension, low spinning tension, because the fibers are buckled and it is assembled in the drum in a very relaxed manner. So the spinning tension is very less, which leads to very less end breakage rate compared to ring and rotor spinning yarns. Right? So these are the influence of 5 process parameters on the yarn characteristics. Coming to the fiber parameters, right? So these are all the order of importance of fiber parameters for friction. So fiber friction is the first parameter which is main important thing for friction spinning. Fiber to fiber friction, fiber to metal friction, fiber to air friction. When interfiber friction increases, so ultimately my yarn characteristics will be better, right? Suppose I am processing the fibers with a very smooth surface, the friction spinning yarn quality will be very inferior. When you are processing smooth fibers, the interfiber friction will be less, which leads to poor yarn characteristics. The fibers which are rougher, which are having some very high mu value or coefficient of friction value, will process efficiently in the friction spinning machine. Second one, the fiber strength. As far as new spinning systems are concerned, one of the major drawbacks is utilization of fiber properties. Only in ring spinning, the fiber properties are utilized at a very high percentage. So here I have to use very high fiber strength if I am expecting some acceptable yarn strength. The fiber strength to yarn strength conversion ratio is very poor because of inherent limitations in the friction yarn mechanism. So that is why you need high fiber strength to get acceptable yarn strength. Then fiber fineness, as far as friction spinning is concerned, as it is meant for very coarser counts, finer the fibers, you can accommodate more number of fibers in the cross section, and ultimately my yarn quality will be better. Only fourth one is a fiber length. Actually, the longer the fiber length will not going to influence your yarn characteristics. In a negative way, longer the fiber length, there is a formation of loops in the friction spun yarns, as we have already discussed. So fiber length is not going to influence the yarn properties. So fifth one is the cross section. Suppose I have a round cross section, I have irregular cross sections, I have convolutions like cotton. So these irregular cross sections will provide better fiber friction compared to circular cross section, right? So these are all the fiber properties which is going to influence my friction yarn characteristics. While coming to the comparison of yarn characteristics with respect to the rotor, we cannot actually compare it with respect to ring or rotor, because whatever the count I am going to process is unable to process in the ring. 1s, 2s, right? 3s, 4s. I can produce 8s in the rotor, but 1s and 2s are very difficult in ring as well as rotor. So I cannot actually compare it with the rotor or ring yarn. But only the evenness, imperfections and hairiness are moderately better in friction spun yarn. Only yarn strength is a main drawback. Yarn strength is only around 50 to 60% of ring yarn. Around 50% is lesser compared to the ring yarn because of the poor yarn fiber structure inside the yarn. So evenness, imperfection, hairiness are less than ring because of low spinning tensions and individualization of fibers, right? Coming to the yarn structure, migration, packing density, fiber extent, all these three properties are inferior compared to ring as well as rotor. The fiber migration is very poor because spinning tension is very low. Then packing density is poor because the fibers are bulkier without any fiber migration. Then fiber extent is also poor because of fiber buckling. So fiber structure, yarn structure wise, all the three parameters are inferior. Yarn character wise, only strength is very low. Other properties are comparable with the rotor and ring. Right? So this is the overview. What are all the process and fiber parameters and how the yarn structure compared to ring and rotor. Happy learning. Thank you.